Hello there. Poor old Theresa May. Our PM had to suffer a disaster of a speech. Her own speech. This should have been the Prime Minister's opportunity to cement her premiership. Instead, the entire show was dogged with problems. First, we had the intervention of career prankster Simon Brodkin, who also goes under the name of Lee Nelson, who managed to get a front row seat at the Tory party conference. Mrs May was minutes into her speech when Mr Brodkin stood up and handed her a P45, telling her that Boris Johnson had told him to hand it to her. The document was complete with her name, and under the reason for termination were the words, "Neither strong nor stable," and "We're a bit worried about Jezza." At the bottom in the signature block was the name Boris Johnson. When order had been restored, meaning when the prankster had been led away in handcuffs, the rest of the speech was affected with the second of Mrs May's problems, a persistent and distracting cough she had developed. She even had to accept a boiled sweet from Philip Hammond, saying that it was good to get something free from a Chancellor of the Exchequer. This prompted Janet Daly writing in the Telegraph to say that Theresa May's cough was a metaphor for her entire leadership. She is finished. Then the Tory backdrop right behind her failed and a letter F dropped to the floor, with the Daily Mirror saying that Theresa May's speech was such a disaster her message literally fell apart. Where the backdrop should have read, "Building a country that works for everyone," it suddenly became, "Building a country that works for everyone." And just to cap it all off, Boris was a mite slow getting to his feet to give his leader the time-honoured standing ovation, and it seemed that it took a prompt from the Home Secretary Amber Rudd to get him to stand. That'll get the Tory leadership rumour mill working overtime, and it might not all be about Boris either if the many Remainers in the party have anything to do with it. And the contents of the PM's speech? Something about being ready for every eventuality in the Brexit talks, capping energy prices, and £2 billion for more affordable houses. On to the European Union, and it seems that the EU is not afraid of exercising its authority, even when it might have an effect on delicate negotiations. While the EU is demanding Brexit solutions to the Irish border question, it has also decided to take the Republic of Ireland to court over its failure to recover from the computer giant Apple what the EU calls €13 billion of illegal state aid. Ireland hotly disputes this claim and has ignored a previous instruction from the EU to get Apple to pay up, saying it was wholly unnecessary. And last year the Apple chief exec, Tim Cook, said that his company paid all the tax they were due to pay and that this ruling would have a profound and harmful effect on investment and job creation in the EU. And now the massive online retailer Amazon has been ordered to pay back €250 million in back taxes to Luxembourg after it had benefited from what the EU calls an illegal sweetheart deal. Both Luxembourg and Amazon reject the EU's claims. Now, many people may applaud this as getting the big boys to pay their fair share. But there is another side. The global tax advisors, Taxand, said that although the EU may have good intentions over creating a level playing field, the turmoil and confusion that arises from this ruling is not conducive to improve business and investment confidence at a time when corporates are facing many challenges across their markets. Ultimately, we are seeing the Commission flexing its muscle and taking an overly narrow approach to a broader and very complex issue, resulting in unintended and unfortunate consequences. Another point to note is that this was not about companies being involved in illegal tax evasion or fancy tax avoidance schemes. These were arrangements between the elected governments of what should be sovereign nation states and the companies involved. Should they not have the power to make such deals? What do you think? Please leave a comment below. Thank you. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.